Hey guys, welcome back. This is Bruno from the BTN HD, and yes, we're doing another PC build, and this one is all about my son's first gaming machine, and there's no limitation on the budget. I just want to make sure it's up and running with a lot of power and it lasts for a couple of years. So let's go over some of the things that I'm going to use for the build. And we are going to be using, for the computer tower, I'm going to use the Cooler Master Case Pro 5 ATX mid tower case. The reason why I'm picking this one is because I'm going to be customizing it. I'm going to do a little bit of painting, and the whole theme is going to be Pokemon, because that's what he's into now, Pokemon. This case is pretty awesome because, again, as you can see, you could basically take all the parts. It's a free form case, which allows you to modify it the way you want. So I'm super excited about this case. This is the one that I'm going to pick up. Now, for the motherboard, I am going to be picking up the MSI Z270 Gaming Pro Carbon ATX LGA 1151. Yes, I am going to be doing an Intel build. The last build was an AMD. Again, I'm going to do an Intel. One of the things I like about this motherboard is that it has two M.2 ports right here. I'm able to insert solid state drives and do a configuration of RAID 0, which is pretty cool. Another thing that I like about this motherboard is that the capacity of memory is off the chain. It's 64 gigs. That's awesome. And it does have onboard USB 3.0 headers, which is great. It does support SLI support, Crossfire support as well. Awesome. And RAID support, which is another plus. I'm super excited about this one, and one of the cool things about this motherboard is that it lights up. Awesome. I love motherboards that light up. And it also has a HDMI and a DVI port, which I'm going to be taking advantage of the monitor that he already has. This build is going to be replacing his Mac Pro, which is old school. It doesn't really support the latest and greatest operating system, so I have to give him something a little better. When it gets to the point that you can't upgrade Chrome or Firefox because of the software, it's time for a new computer. I'm going with the i5 because it's going to give him what he wants, which is awesome. Play those Flash games online, plus he's into Overwatch and also League of Legends, just like me, so that's awesome, right? 7-year-old playing League of Legends. This one is a Kirby processor, 7th generation. Speed is 3.8 gigahertz, and you can max it out to 4.2 gigahertz within the BIOS, which is great. And the maximum support memory is 64 gigs, which works well with the motherboard. Super excited about that. So I'm not really going to go with the i7. I'm gonna stick with the i5 because it's gonna provide me what I want and what he needs. Now, for the liquid cooling system for the processor, I'm going with the Cooler Master Liquid Pro 120. On the last build, I used, I think, the Corsair H75, and I really enjoy the liquid CPU coolers. Those are pretty cool. That basically means I have to remove the stock 120 millimeter fan from the master case and replace it with this, and then just insert that on top of the CPU. One of the cool things, it lights up blue, which is my son's favorite color. Awesome. Now for a power supply, I'm going to go with Cooler Master 650 watt 80 plus gold certified fully module, because I love these power supplies that are fully module, because then you're able to use the cables that you need rather than having extra cables everywhere. So it keeps it nice and clean. So this is the reason why I'm picking this particular power supply. Now for memory, I'm going with Corsair Vengeance LED 16 gigs. Yes, I'm giving my son 16 gigs of double DR4 memory. Speed is 3000, which is gonna fly. One of the cool things I love about this memory is that it glows LED. Awesome. I'm pretty excited about that. Now for the hard drive, I'm going to do one primary hard drive. I'm not giving him two. I'm still debating whether or not to give him two hard drives. But for the primary hard drive, I'm going to go with a Samsung 850 EVO Series 250 gig solid state drive. That's not that bad, right? That's with the operating system, with all the updates, plus his games. He should be okay. If it gets too carried away, I'll probably insert an additional hard drive and make that as his raw storage. But I'm not going to give him a SATA. I'll probably do another solid state drive, maybe a terabyte. or I'll probably just insert an M.2 solid state drive. Ooh, that'd be sweet. And for the graphics processor, yes, I'm going to be using the MSI GeForce GTX 1050 Ti 4 gigs video card. You're probably saying, why not do something a little higher? Okay, it's a 7-year-old kid. I'm probably going to be using this machine myself, but for this 1050 Ti 4 gigs and its overclock, should work with no problems. The core clock speed is only 1.34 gigahertz, and if you boost it up, you can only get to 1.46 gigahertz, which is not that bad. It's not that bad. The length is great. It's going to fit nicely within the computer case. Now, one of the cool things about this graphics card is it has a DisplayPort, HDMI, and a DVI port, which works great with the monitor that he has at home. You could just plug it into the DVI and then go play, right? And last but not least, the operating system. I am installing Windows 10. I'm probably not going to do Home Edition, but I'm going to do Professional Edition. And because with Professional, there's other features that I'm able to tweak the settings and make it work efficiently. But overall, that is the first quarter of the new year, 2017. I'm building my son a gaming rig. And it's going to be fun, especially when I get the tower in and I start sanding it down and priming it and coloring it and detailing it and adding it, adding all those custom little settings to make it feel like it's his. If you guys have any questions or comments about this build or have suggestions, leave them at the bottom of the comment section. Don't forget about hitting that like button, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.